Hello everyone, this is Shanti Shirsat from Information Technology Department of Praveen Patil Polytechnic, Bhinder. Guys, in this session we learn about the basic Android concept and the tools of Android OS. Okay, so let's start with Android and its tools. This is your first unit. Introduction to Android. Google developed the mobile operating system which is based on Linux kernel called Android OS operating system. It is designed for smartphones, especially that is touchscreen devices, and it gives the unified approach for mobile application development. Android is an open source operating system, means it is freely available. Those who want to write the code and build the operating system from it. If you have a knowledge about the Android technology, then you can develop your own application for you and for other end users. That's why it's called the open source operating system. The billion devices running on Android, and it becomes the most popular mobile operating system. Next is a Open Handset Alliance. It is a business alliance that was created for the purpose of developing open mobile device standards. It is a group of more than 80 companies like HTC, Dell, Motorola, Google, etc. The OH's main product is the Android platform, the world's most popular smartphone platform. It is open to everyone, means for developers, for designers, and for device makers. That means more people can experiment, imagine, and create the things that world has never seen. Means the developer, the designers, and the device makers developed or manufactured a smartphone having new features and having new functionality to attract the end user, to fulfill the customers or end users requirements. This is the Android history with its version name and release date. Okay, show here. See here. All these are the versions of Android OS. Some of them are donut, cupcake, eclair, then ice cream sandwich, jelly bean, Kit Kat, marshmallow. Right? Latest one is Android 11. Android 11, which is released September 8, 2020. Next point is Android ecosystem. It is nothing but the interdependence between the user, developer, and equipment makers, because all these three are related to each other. One cannot exist without the other. Everyone's role is important in Android ecosystem. The main building block. This is the main building block at Android ecosystem. One is Android user. Another one is a equipment which is supportive to Android, that is Android devices, and third one is a Android developer. First, users, which buys the devices and application. Android users has more space for customizability their devices. Means update, make some changes in their own application, in own smartphone device application. Android users are less extroverted than other users, and they are perceived to have a greater levels of support. The users also more likely to prefer the saving their cost and love the openness of the platform. Also, they like to customize their device. Means it's use some open source software Android application and make some changes. User can modify in the features or in the applications tools, that is icons, user interface, etc. If if that particular user having the knowledge about Android application, about the Android skills, okay, Android development skill. Second one, equipment makers sell devices sometimes bundled with application. There are number of or huge amount of applications, Android applications available, and also equipments are available. The equipments are like smartwatches. Smartwatch means which is handheld wearable device and that closely related to wristwatch or other time devices. Many smartwatches are wireless connectivity, especially connectivity with Bluetooth, which are Bluetooth capable. The traditional watch becomes in effect a wireless Bluetooth technology extending the capability of wearer's smartphone to the watch. There are various users which are interested in this smartwatch which is having wireless or Bluetooth capable or Bluetooth connectivity. Okay, next one is the next device is the e-reader, which is useful for you people, that is specially used in educational organization. It is a device which supports the mobile device, okay, which is capable or which is compatible with your mobile device, electronic device, and then this is used for reading books, novels, okay, then digital e-books, etc., journals. Next device is a TV, that is internet TV or smart TV. It is a small computer device, that is box, that plugs into any TV and gives the user the ability of streaming any channel. Developers buy a devices, then make and sell application. It is Android developer. It is a specialist software developer which developed or designed various applications for Android supportive devices, for Android compatible devices. Some of these the tasks which are performed by the developer are as follows, because the role of Android developer in developing the Android application is very important. What is the role of that? One, the Android developer design and build and advanced applications for the Android platform. Next, it communicate with the development team, that is collaborate and define with the development team for design and ship the new or advanced features. Troubleshoot and fix the bugs in new applications. Evaluate and implement the new development with outside data source and APIs. What is the need of Android? What are the importance or needs of Android? One is Android market. It is the technology based, that is techno based and fastest growing market in the world. You can effortlessly get almost any software you wish from the Android market. The ready or available softwares to run on your Android phones means that your phone will have more functionality and thus making it convenient to use. Means if your smartphone supports the many new application with new features and functionality, means your smartphone is capable of or compatible with all the new features and functions. Second one is customize. Android offers the best in terms of end user experience, mainly because of the extent that one can customize his phone. Android is an open source software. This means that anybody with having a programming skill can create their own application for their own smartphone, that is Android device. Next one is a routing. Expansion of the scope of functionality of your phone and boost its performance multiple times over. That is, expand your scope of functionalities of your phones or improve the performance of your performance of system with updated times by routing devices makes it possible for you to change the system files in your device and thus enabling you to further customize it for better experience. Means routine, that is daily update some files, some features in your OS, update your phone to expand or to increase the scope of your application or increase the scope of your device, right? Update routine, that is daily basis, update your systems files, update your phone, update your OS. So it's very useful for customize your apps, customize your mobile phone. The Android community, it provides you with the necessary help and support to help you get the best out of your device. The limitless forums, blogs, websites and guide written by the experts will a long way in boosting your experience as a user, because all these things provide you a valuable information about the new Android application features and functionalities of your Android OS. Next, the powerful development framework. Android provides the almost everything you need to build the application for your smart device, okay, smartphone device. Android provides the single application model that lets you deploy your apps broadly to hundreds of millions of users across the wide range of device, from phone to your tablet. It also gives you tools, that is Android tools, for creating Android app that look great and take the advantage of hardware capabilities which are available on each device. Means this framework is capable to develop the application for any Android device, any hardware device which is compatible with Android device. It automatically adopts your user interface to look its best on each device, while giving you as much control as you want over your user interface on different device type. Means you don't need to develop a different user interface for different type of smartphone, different type of Android devices. You develop one common user interface or application and which is supportive for all different types of devices. This is possible only because of powerful development framework. Framework means that is a one type where almost all the tools or libraries are available to develop the smartphone application or Android application. Next need, that is global partnership and large installed base. Building on the contribution of the open source Linux community and more than 300 hardware or software and carrier partners, Android has rapidly become the fastest growing mobile OS. Its openness has made it a favorite for consumers and developers alike, driving strong growth in app consumption because it is open source. Android users downloads more than 1.5 millions of apps and games from the Google Play Store per month. With its partners, Android is continuously pushing the boundaries of hardware and software and that forward to bring a new capabilities to users and developer, because it is famous, it is a popular operating system globally, internationally it's having a value, top value, because it is open source and everyone uses this operating system in their smartphone, in tablets, etc. Okay, so Android developers and Android supportive hardware device manufacturer All these manufacture, all the Android developers develop or implement the applications continuously with new features and functions, means having new capabilities which attract the user towards the Android application, Android devices, towards the smartphones and devices. What are the features of Android? It is a powerful operating system with Apple 4GS and supports the great features. 1. NFC, that is near field communication. All of you know about NFC, which is the features available in all smartphones, which allows the electronics devices or smartphones to easily interact across the short distance. Most Android devices supports the NFC. The goal is to create a payment option that is simpler than carrying credit card or cash, and while the market has not exploded as many experts had predicted, there may be an alternative in the works in the form of Bluetooth Low Energy. This is the alternate for NFC, which is the best option for paying without any credit card, for payment without any credit card or without carrying any cash. Next, alternate keyboard. You know about the Android application supports the different types of keyboard. For example, Swift key, Skype, 8-pen apps, right? And all offers ways to quickly change up to your keyboard style. Other mobile operating systems either don't permit the extra keyboards at all, or process to install and use them are tedious and time consuming. But here you don't need to separately install the different types of keyboards. Okay, this is already available feature in Android OS. Infrared transmission. Android operating system supports the built infrared transmitter, allows you to use your phone or tablets as a remote control to start on or off your TVs using infrared wireless connectivity, that is infrared transmission, infrared technology, to start on or off your home appliances like TVs, then your AC, etc. Next, no touch control. Using Android apps such as Wave Control, users can control their phones touch free using only gesture like retina scanning, face recognition, voice recognition, etc. Without touch, you can access your phone, you can lock or unlock your phone using face recognition, using retina, using voice recognition, etc. Next feature is automation. The Tasker app lets you not only control the app permission but also automate them. For example, if you want your location services to be activated during the day and want to create customized way to start your music, okay, for example with the voice commands and at a certain volume, means that is also non-touch control. You can automatically handle your device. Automatically, if your GPS is on, okay, it can access you, it can specify your location, live location. Okay, after that, wireless app download. Why non-touch control and automation, all these features are important, especially when you drive your car or your two-wheeler. Okay, at that time there is, okay, handling using touch, it is risky. So without touch, automatically you can access your device, okay, with the help of these features. Next one is a wireless app downloads. Accessing app stores on any mobile device can be frustrating, but its iOS makes it little more difficult to download an app on your computer, and it won't synchronize to your mobile phone or mobile device until you plug in and access its tunes. Using the Android market or third party options like AppBrain, meanwhile, you download the app on your PC and then automatically syncs them your Android device. No plugins or no special plugins are required. That is wireless app download. Next, storage and battery swap. This is one important feature of Android because it have a unique hardware capability, that is battery backup is for longer time available. Google's OS makes it possible to remove and upgrade your battery or to replace one that no longer holds a charge. In addition, Android phone becomes with now the Android phone comes with the SD card slot for expandable or for large storage capability. Next feature is custom home screen. While it's possible to hack certain phones to customize the home screen, Android comes with the capability from the get-go. Download the third-party launcher, that is Apex, Nova or Slide, and you can add the gesture, some shortcut, some keys, or even performance enhancement older model device. You can expand the features, you can expand or improve the performance of your system with customized home screen, with customize your device. Next, some other features like your Android apps are versatile, but sometimes you want the information at the glance instead of having to open an app and wait for it to load Android some widgets, that is clock, weather information app, right? Then some another apps like that provides the temperature, etc. All these are also available on your home screen. All these features are also available on your home screen, that is home screens that includes the weather apps, music widgets, then productivity, that is music player, the productivity tools that helpful to remind you of upcoming meetings, that it notes or approaching the deadlines. Next one is a custom ROMs. This is a big one because the Android OS is a open source. A developer can pick the current OS and build their own versions, which users can download and install in place of the stock OS. Some are filled with features, with other changes the look and feel of the device, that is user interface and better feel of the device. There is a huge chance if these features that you want or someone has already built a custom ROM for it, that is permanent memory for it. So you can use this ROM to add some new features or some updated features in your Android OS. Android provides the beautiful user interface. Android OS basic screen provides a beautiful and very interactive user interface. Next is a connectivity. Android has GSM, IDN, CDMA, other than that e-video, UMTS or Bluetooth connectivity. Other than that Wi-Fi, WiMAX, then NFC. It provides all these connectivity. Then Android supports the various databases for storage purpose, that is SQLite, a lightweight relational database, and which is used for data storage purpose. Next, multi-touch. Android has a native support for multi-touch, which was initially made available in handset such as the HTC Hero. Next, it is a multitasking device. User can jump from one task to another task at the same time, where the various applications run simultaneously. Means you can play a song and also you can chat using Messenger, using WhatsApp with your friends. This is multitasking. Next, resizable widgets. Widgets are resizable. Means some apps or some tools that you can expand them to show more content or shrink them to save the space. Android supports the multi-language. It supports the single direction and bi-directional text. Next, GCM, that is Google Cloud Messaging. It is a service that lets developers send a short message data to their users on the Android devices without needing a proprietary synchronization solution. Next, Wi-Fi Direct, a technology that lets app discover and pair directly over high bandwidth, that is peer-to-peer connection, that is Wi-Fi connectivity. Next, Android Beam, a popular NFC based technology that lets users instantly share just by touching two NFC enabled phones together. Next point is tools and software's requirement for developing Android application. Android application development can be performed by either of the following OS, that is Microsoft Windows XP, then Mac OS and Linux, including GNU libraries 2.7 or later. Other than that, the Android required some tools for developing the Android application which are freely available. Okay, that is Java, JDK 5 or later version and Android Studio. Next, some components that you want to install or that you should install in your device, that is setup of Java, that is JDK. You all of you know about that is Java Development Kit. Okay, you can download from Oracle site because Java is a application. Java is a language whose oracles, okay, it is application developed from Oracle. Okay, other than that, you need to set the path which we already know or which we already set up the path, JDK path in your Java programming, that is JDK, the path of Java, that is JDK in which is in C libraries, like okay, then C in C that is JDK version, that is 1.5 or 1.8 something. Then store your application or code in your bin file. Okay, if you want to create your own folder, then create it into the bin. Okay, other than that, if you want to install another, that is for Linux and for your Windows, you need different path. Okay, on Linux, if the SDK is installed, okay, use this SDK development kit. You must first install the Java and then SDK, and then also perform the procedure of setup path. All this we discuss in our practical session. Okay, next, what are the Android IDs? There are so many sophisticated technologies are available to develop an Android application. Some of the technologies, one which is used for developing the Android application is Android Studio. Next, the Eclipse IDE, depend on which type of version Eclipse, that is Eclipse Uno or other, that is IDE, Integrated Development Tool. Then next topic is Android architecture, having 5 parts, that is Linux kernel, then the built-in libraries, that is native libraries, Android runtime system, application frameworks and application. Okay, so let's see about the Android architecture. This is the Android architecture. First, the base level Linux kernel, then libraries, Android runtime, then application frameworks and application. Linux kernel, first is a Linux kernel. Okay, it is the core of Android OS architecture that exists at the root of Android architecture. It is responsible for device drivers, power management, memory management, device management and resource access. Means Linux kernel decides the who is the authorized user and who is unauthorized, and that's why he decides the resource access for particular user. Next is the native libraries or inbuilt libraries. For example, OpenGL, FreeType, SQLite for database, WebKit, media, okay, cruntime libraries, etc. The WebKit library is responsible for browser support for web application. SQLite is a database, FreeType for front support and media for playing audio and video formats. Okay, all these are develop various application, that is web application, then audio video application. For database application you need some this inbuilt library. After that, Android runtime, there are core libraries and Dalvik virtual machine which is responsible to run Java application, not Java application, for Android application. DVM is similar to JVM, but it optimized for mobile device. It is specially designed for Android phone, Android mobile device. It consumes the less memory and provides the fast or better performance. Android framework. On the top of native libraries and Android runtime, there is an Android framework. That is one particular structure which includes the user interface, which includes the application programming interface, right? Some resources, some locations, contents which are necessary, with the tools which are necessary. Some inbuilt packages are available here to develop the software application. It provides the lots of classes and interfaces, inbuilt classes, inbuilt interfaces for application development. And last one is a application. On the top of Android framework, there are the applications, and all applications such as home, contact, settings, games, browsers are using the Android framework. Means we can develop the app based on your Android structure or Android framework, and that uses the Android runtime and Android libraries. And Android runtime and native libraries are using the Linux kernel. Means Linux kernel is the heart of your Android architecture because it supports or it provides the supports is very important. It's execute or perform very important role in execution the Android application, because Linux kernel is very useful for executing some native libraries for runtime applications. These runtime application and libraries are supportive for your Android framework, and using that Android framework we can develop various applications. This is all about our Android applications, basic about Android application, Android OS and Android architecture. Okay. If you have any doubt regarding all these concepts which are discussed in these videos, I will solve your doubts in upcoming lecture. Thank you.